Growing up in Delta State, my friends and I had a simple ritual. We'd gather at my house, throw in whatever little money we had, and cook. On days we had nothing, I'd sneak into my parents' room, grab some starch, and we'd roast ice fish to prepare what we proudly called ground soup. But as we grew older, life began to separate us. Then I gained admission. During one ASU strike, I returned home and one of my closest friends, Paul, visited. And while we were together, I felt the need to recharge my phone. So I asked him for 100 naira. He laughed and said, "So you still remember what money looks like? Haven't you gotten used to being broke?" That statement hit me like a slap. Then I realized something dangerous. Prolonged financial struggle can condition your mind into believing that wealth is unattainable. You begin to accept scarcity as normal. Fast forward to 2018 in Lagos. Despite having a decent income, I was always broke. Why? Because, like most of my friends, I was operating with a scarcity mindset. Then I started studying how people create wealth, how investors think. Rich Dad's Guide to Investing by Robert Kiyosaki was one of the earliest books that woke me up. Later, I met a real estate investor I had been following online. Then I offered him my copywriting services for free, just so I could get close. Eventually, I convinced him to let me spend a weekend with him, and that weekend was the beginning of the change in my life. In this video, you will discover the 5 wealth building habits that shaped the way I think about money to this day. So, grab a seat. Number 1, pay yourself first. He started with a story of how an entrepreneur lost investor funding simply because he wasn't paying himself. While the entrepreneur thought it was a flex to sacrifice everything to the business, investors saw it as a lack of discipline. So the first thing he told me was, wealth is nothing but a mindset. So if you want to think like an investor, always pay yourself first. The simple formula he uses is to allocate a certain percentage of whatever he receives to pay himself first, even before he thinks about paying bills or any other expenses. So I was curious and I asked him why. He said, bills will always be there, whether we like it or not. But wealth is built from what we keep. So, pay yourself first. Number 2, track every dime. He admitted that at first he was really uncomfortable with budgeting. But once he started tracking his expenses, he realized where money was leaking unnoticed. Because of his advice, I started tracking everything that comes in and out of my life. I discovered that I had spent 300,000 naira on buying groundnut for 1 year. I'm talking about the little groundnut I buy, 50 naira, 100 naira here and there. I began to compare that with some of my friends who burn 15k to 30k or more daily in the Canadian embassy. Oh my dealer, oh my dealer, oh my dealer, I want to Canada. Oh my dealer, give me visa, I want to Canada. Whether it's groundnut or canna, money is leaking where you're not paying attention. Investors track everything. You shouldn't be different. Number 3, turn income into assets. He told me straight, Austin, you are your first asset. He said each time money came in, he'd ask himself, will this money buy me more time or just things? So instead of splurging, he'd invest it in paper assets, real estate, and most importantly, skills. In this digital age, skills such as data analysis, sales, copywriting, cloud computing, or digital marketing are some of the most valuable skills. Now we have AI. Consider AI literacy. AI helps you execute more proficiently. The more valuable you become, the more money follows you. Number 4, delayed gratification. Oh my God, this one really stung me. I'm not going to lie. Like most hustlers in Lagos, I will always want my things their will way. Sharp, sharp, sharp. I don't want anything that way. No. Let's see it be now. I remember some time ago, my phone had little fault I could fix easily. But instead of going to fix it, I wanted to upgrade it because, yes, the money was available. But because of his advice, I took the money and bought a piece of land in Ikorodu at that time. I think I bought that land for 950k. 4 years later, the land became 1.6 million naira. 70% return. Just because I waited. So, according to him, waiting is wealth. Number 5, stay curious and keep learning. As I sat with coffee in hand, he asked Austin, how many books have you read since you left school? Then he said something I will never forget. He said, rich people read books, poor people scroll. Investing in yourself never stops, whether through books, courses, mentors, anyhow, just learn. Because the more you learn, the more you earn. And since then, I have never stopped studying money. I think you should also do the same. So here's my question for you. How many of these habits are you currently practicing? And which of them would you like to start right now? I'd like to hear from you in the comments. And by the way, if you want to learn how to start investing, even with little money, or you'd like to join my real estate network marketing team to make money, click the link in the description. I am Austin TROG, and I believe financial freedom is possible for Africans and creatives in this your republic. Free.